Yo, what's up? It's Found. I have been doing airflares for over 10 years. That's a pretty significant amount of my life. The airflare is hands down the hardest move I've ever had to learn. And the truth is, it brought me a lot of stress, anger, confusion, and just straight up sadness. I did tons of research, experimentation, and countless attempts. And eventually, I got the move. This is my airflare journey. Take a look. 2009 was when I first attempted the airflare. I won't say learned because it's pretty terrible. I mean, just look at that. 2010 is where things really started. I had only ever tried from flares because I was too scared to try from standing. I don't really know why, but I just was. I had watched some tutorials from the end of Bruce Lee and tried to work on things they taught. You can see me trying more of a hand-top approach, which didn't work too well. I was just struggling with the most basic concept of the move and was making basically zero progress.
Nope.
No matter what I did, my legs always went straight down. But I wanted this move. I wanted to fly. Okay. 2011 is where you can see some improvement. At least my body isn't a wobbly mess anymore. And I have a little bit more control in my arms and upper body. But man, my legs. I just did not understand the leg mechanics, especially my left leg, which always fell straight to the ground. It was just extremely hard to break that habit and get over the fear. In September, I met Kid Gang, who is now known as Dynast. The one thing he told me to try was to kick straight up into the sky. At first, it was really awkward, and for a long time, I struggled with his advice, until July 13th, 2012. first full air flare. I had been trying this for so long, and when it happened, I kind of blacked out for a second. Even though my legs did hit the ground, I heard my friend cheer for me, and at that moment I knew I had just done my first full air flare. I have watched this video so many times, and to this day, this is one of my favorite breaking memories. In 2012, I moved to Korea for 7 months. And as my flares got better, I started to try flare to air flare. It definitely wasn't perfect, but it felt amazing doing a combo that included an actual air flare. Every time I go to practice with Sky, we'd practice air flares together. Practice was almost over for the day, and Sky told me, just try one more, man.
Dude, you did it to it.
My first consecutive air flares. What a feeling. Honestly, it didn't really register that I'd done it until Sky told me.
Dude, you did it to it.
When I was doing it, I was thinking, is this it? Is this right? Am I doing it? Doing it? It was honestly such a weird, fun, interesting, and almost effortless feeling. Because this was my first time doing 2 air flares, I wasn't really thinking about the mechanics. I was just using all my power and hoping I do too. So when it happened, it just kind of happened. And now that I'd done 2 air flares, I had to do it again. But it was not easy. Learning flare, air flare, flare is what really taught me to catch on my left hand and continue into another movement, which in this case was a second air flare. Whenever I did 2 air flares, it just didn't feel as light or effortless as the first time, which was really sad. So after a while, I decided to work on combos. And with practice, I got comfortable with flare, air flare, windmill, and flare, air flare, flare. And on my birthday, I hit the best combo I'd ever done. Flare 1990 air flare windmill. From there, I just kept practicing combos. month later, I set my new goal of 3 airflares. The problem was when doing combos, my body would go up and then come back down into a flare or windmill. And it became really hard to hold my body up for a second airflare. I was trying to keep my arms straight and my body high, but I could barely do one anymore. But with hard work and advice from the 퓨전엠씨 members, I hit my first 3 rounds of airflare. Doing 3 rounds is super different than doing 2. When you do 2 airflares, you can kind of just throw your body into the second one. But doing 3 requires you hold your form for 2 full rounds. Once you can do 3, you really feel like, okay, I can airflare. I didn't hit another 3 airflares for a couple of weeks. But with more hard work and even more support from my crew, I got it again. Literally every time I practiced, I would never get the same feeling. Every day was different, and every attempt confused me even more, and it was really discouraging. I kept practicing with the crew and started to build good habits. But in March of 2013, I had to go back to Seattle for 1 year. And for a while, things got worse while I was in Seattle. But a few months later, I learned the most important thing for my airflares.